What's happening, everybody? I'm Todd Tanner. This is Wrestling News Now. I'm talking about WWE's annual report, the year 2022. Yes, it's a behind the scenes, in depth analysis and look at what it takes to run a monolithic conglomerate, such as a juggernaut, the WWE. It's not just coming on screen and performing theatrically and etc. This is big business, and you need to know the intricacies, the deep aspects of what it takes to keep this juggernaut going. So when I left off talking about the 2022 Business Outlook 2, and I'll pick up from there. In February, the company adjusted OIBDA guidance of $360 million to $375 million for the full year 2022. In August, the company raised its guidance to $370 million to $385 million based on performance through the first 9 months of the year, as well as management's current expectations for the fourth quarter. The company now expects full year 2022 adjusted OIBDA to be at the upper end of the range of 370 plus $85 million. This range of anticipated performance reflects a full live events touring schedule, including a large-scale international event and increased monetization of third-party original programming, partially offset by increased costs to support the creation of content. Let me say this about Vince McMahon. Whether you like, hate, or despise Vince McMahon is a genius. Vince McMahon, without a doubt, single-handedly has transformed the world of professional wrestling, and he built one of the largest single organization in the world. His business acumen, his vision, and his foresight is what has propelled this organization to be able to stand. And Stephanie McMahon, kudos to you and congratulations to you as the CEO of WWE. You are doing a magnanimous job, and we hope and continue that longevity will be given to you as you continue to move forward with your vision. Triple H, kudos to you. Shawn Michaels and Mr. Khan, kudos to each and every one of you for the great job that you're doing. This is from Todd Tanner. Now I'm going to talk about the fourth quarter 2022 Business Outlook 2. The company estimates fourth quarter 2022 adjusted OIBDA of $83 to $90 million. The estimate reflects revenue growth primarily driven by an expected increase in media rights fees for the company's premium live events, as well as expected increase in the monetization of third-party original programming. Similar to the prior year quarter, the fourth quarter 2022 estimate results expected revenue from the staging of a large-scale international event. The company anticipates that fourth quarter results will also reflect the negative impact of the previously mentioned shift of revenue into the third quarter, related to certain licensing agreements with minimum guarantees, as well as an increase in operating expenses, including certain costs to support the creation of content. And the special committee investigation is definitely a major part. As previously announced, a special committee of independent members of the board of directors was formed to investigate alleged misconduct by Vincent K. McMahon, the company's former chairman and chief executive officer, who resigned from all positions held with the company on July 22, 2022, but remains a stockholder with a controlling interest, and another executive who is also no longer with the company. The special committee investigation is now complete, and the special committee has been disbanded. Management is working with the board to implement the recommendations of the special committee related to the investigation. For the 3 and 9 month periods ended September 30th, 2022, the company's consolidated pre-tax results include the impact of $17.7 million and $19.4 million, respectively, associated with certain costs related to the investigation. So please see the company's Security Exchange Commission's findings on the SEC, including but not limited to its annual report on Form 10-K/A and quarterly reports on Form 10-Q/A and Form 10-Q for further details and ongoing risk regarding this matter. The company's business model and expected results will continue to be subject to significant execution and other risks, including risks related to the impact of COVID-19 on WWE's business, results of operations and financial condition, entering, maintaining, and renewing major distribution agreements, WWE Network, risks related to the resignation of Vince and K. McMahon, and the potential impact of the investigation of alleged executive misconduct, uncertainties associated with international markets and risks inherent in large live events and other risk factors disclosed in our annual report on Form 10-K/A for the year ended December 31st, 2021. In addition, WWE is unable to provide a reconciliation of fourth quarter or full year 2022 guide to GAAP measures, as at this time, WWE cannot accurately determine all of the adjustments that would be required. The company defines adjusted OIBDA as operating income excluding depreciation and amortization, stock-based compensation expense, certain impairment charges, and other non-recurring items that management deems would impact the comparability of results between periods. Adjusted OIBDA includes amortization and depreciation expenses directly related to supporting the operations of our segments, including content, product, asset amortization, depreciation, and amortization of costs related to content delivery and technology assets utilized for the WWE Network, as well as amortization of right-of-use assets related to finance leases of equipment used to produce and broadcast our live events. The company believes the presentation of adjusted OIBDA is relevant and useful for investors because it allows them to view the company's segment performance in the same manner as the primary method used by management to evaluate segment performance and to make decisions regarding the allocation of resources. Additionally, the company believes that adjusted OIBDA is a primary measure used by media investors, analysts, and peers for comparative purposes. Adjusted OIBDA is a non-GAAP financial measure and may be different from similarly titled non-GAAP financial measures used by other companies. WWE views operating income as the most directly comparable GAAP measure. Adjusted OIBDA and other non-GAAP measures, such as adjusted operating income, adjusted net income, and adjusted EPS, which are defined as the GAAP measures, excluding certain non-recurring material items that impact the comparability between periods, should not be considered in isolation form or a substitute for operating income, net income, EPS, or other GAAP measures, such as operating cash flow, as an indicator of operating performance or liquidity. The company defines free cash flow as net cash provided by operating activities, less cash used for capital expenditures. WWE views net cash provided by operating activities as the most directly comparable GAAP measure. They need to hire me as the on-camera president for WWE. Although it is not a recognized measure of liquidity under US GAAP, free cash flow provides useful information regarding the amount of cash WWE's continuing business generates after capital expenditures and is available for reinvesting in the business debt service, share repurchases, and payment of dividends. For Wrestling News Now, I'm Todd.